Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll start with the regression. So let's get started. What is actually regression? The regression is a fundamental concept in machine learning that predicts a continuous output variable based on one or more input features. It's a supervised learning technique where the goal is to learn or map or the relationship between the input data and the corresponding output values. So basically, it provides a continuous value. For example, what will be our house value or the plot value on basis of its size, on basis of how many bedroom it has, how many master bedroom it has. So it is the real example of regression we use in day-to-day life. Then in regression, we have some key concepts, basically the dependent variable and independent variables. Independent variables, it's the outcome variable we are trying to predict. That is the house pricing, sales, figures, etc. And the independent variables are those which are also known as the input variable that influences the dependent variable. For example, again, the square footage, number of bedrooms, it will influences the price of the house, which is the dependent variable. Then we have multiple type of regression. We have covered here the only three types of regression. The first is linear regression, polynomial regression, and logistic regression. In linear regression, it's the it's the model, the relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable as a linear function. It can be simple, one independent variable, or multiple independent variables can be included here. In polynomial regression, it's the extension of the linear regression by adding the polynomial term to capture non-linear relationships. And linear regression, as its name suggests, it is for the linear relationships. Then we have logistic regression used for the binary classification. Binary means only two. So it is used for the binary classification problem. The probability of a binary outcomes. For example, what should I buy this house? Yes or no? It is the example of binary outcomes. Then we have the evaluation matrices. Then we have four here. Mean absolute error, which is the average of the predicted and the actual value. And we are having the root mean square error, which provides the error in the same unit as the dependent variable. Then we have squared mean error, the average of the squared difference between the predicted and the actual value. Then in R squared, a statistical measure that represent the portion of variance for the dependent variable that explained by the independent variable. Then here is the snippet of the code. You can use this in your IDE for the better understanding and visually understanding. So the first we are taking is the linear regression. From this we'll train our model and matplotlib for the visualization of the results. We are having the XML, which is the independent and dependent variables. We have trained in using the linear regression. Then we have taken the prediction and then plotted the graph around that. Then we have the application and conclusion here. The regression can be used in the price prediction, that is the house prediction and stock prices. Then it is also used in the demand forecasting. Then risk analysis and finance, because it gives the continuous value over by the high dimension of data, we can also see the over years trends of the value. Then what are the key takeaways you should take with you after this video is that regression is essential for predictive modeling. Choice of regression model depends on data, complexity, and requirement. So this is the basics of the regression. I hope you guys have would understand this. So let's see in the next video. Till then, bye bye.